What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Swift video. In today's video, we're going to take a look at how to create a UI progress view, otherwise known as a progress bar, how to configure it, the colors, how to animate it, all that good stuff you'd expect. Of course, it looks great in dark mode as well. And this is great to show your users kind of progress of any long-running tasks, so people, don't get antsy and get impatient like most of us do nowadays. That said, make sure you destroy the like button as always. Hit subscribe while you're at it if you're a returning viewer and haven't subscribed already. I think something like 50% of you guys watch all the videos but haven't hit subscribe, so please do that to keep the channel going and growing. Get excited, open up Xcode, and let's dive right into it. Quick pause before we get into the video. If you haven't seen it already, I am hard at work putting together iOSacademy.io, a community where all of us iOS engineers can come together, learn how to build some of the top apps like Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, in addition to interview prep to land some of these iOS roles at top tech companies. So if you're interested in the free and premium content to come, head on over to iOSacademy.io and enter your email address in the waitlist form, and you will be notified as content becomes available. That said, let's get into the video. All right, so we're gonna get started by opening up Xcode and creating a new project. We'll stick with a app here, and let me go ahead and call this project progress view. Make sure your language is Swift, lifecycle is UIKit, and interface is storyboard. Let's go ahead and continue, and I'll save it to my desktop. And first things first, we're going to select a simulator in this list over here. Once they pop up like so, we'll go with the 11 Pro Max, hit the run button to get it booted up in our simulator over here, and we're going to get started in the view controller. So as you saw in the beginning of this video, we want a button, and this button is going to be tapped, and it's going to kick off a progress bar view that animates to completion. And once it's completed, it's going to go ahead and give us an alert saying that whatever operation was running is done. So fairly straightforward. So first and foremost, we want that button in here. So I'm going to create it as a private button of type UI button. And we're going to create it in our anonymous closure pattern. We're going to create the button and return it. I'm going to give it a background color of system green. Let's give it a title of start task, and it's going to be for the normal state. I'm also going to give it a title color, and this is going to be white for normal. And let's see, let me also give it a little corner radius, so it looks a little nicer. We'll go with 9. And we want button layer masks to bound as true. And let's go add it as a sub view here. It's a button, and we want to add a action once the button is tapped, of course. So we'll say add target is self. We'll say action is a selector did tap button. And the event is going to be touch up inside. For those not familiar, that's just a basic tap. So let me go ahead and create a function here. Make sure you annotated Objective-C since it's a selector. And let's just go ahead and run this to make sure our button shows up. Actually, before we do that, we never set a frame. So let me set a frame to the button. So CG rect 0, 0. Let's go with 220 and 55. And let me go ahead and center this button by saying button.center is going to be view.center. Let's say Command R to build and run. And we should see a green button here like so. All right, looking good. So of course, now we want to tap it and show a progress view. So a UI progress view, as the name implies, allows you to show a progress bar with multiple styles, and you can customize it with different colors and images and all that good stuff. So let's go and just create one to see what it looks like first. So I'm going to call it a progress view, and it's of type UI progress view. And similar to the button, we're going to create it in the same pattern here. So I'm going to say progress view is a UI progress view, and we can create it with a progress view style. I believe there's only a few in here. So the ones that we care about in particular is bar and defaults. I actually don't remember off the top of my head what the difference is visually, so we'll look at both. Let's start off with bar. And let's go ahead and return it here. And the two things we'll look at first in terms of configurability is tint color. So there is a track tint color, which is the kind of background color of the bar. And this is what gets kind of filled out as progress continues. So we'll say this is a gray color. And then there is a progress view, and there is, I think, a progress tint color. And this is the actual color as that goes over the track color. So this is a track of the bar, and this is the actual progress. And I'm going to go ahead and make this system blue. And let's go ahead and add this as a subview, just like we did for the button here. So I'm going to say view, add subview, the progress view. We want to give it a frame. So let me give it a frame of 10 from the left, 100 from the top. Width will be the entirety of the width minus 20, so 10 from both sides. And we'll give it a height of, let's say, 20. See what that looks like. And let me go ahead and set some default progress just to get started. So there's a function called set progress. And if we look at the description here, adjusts the current progress shown by the receiver, and optionally you can do it with an animation. So I believe you can do 0 to 1 here. I don't think it's 0 to 100, so let's try 0.5, and we're going to do animated false to start. So let's hit Command R, and let's make sure that shows up here. So awesome. So we have this progress bar, it's 50% filled in, and the coloring matches what we specified. So the bar's progress is blue, and the background of it is gray. And I think the height is pretty good too. So let's take a look at this in dark mode by hitting Command-Shift-A. I think we can see it a little better. And let's first start by setting the progress to 0. And when we tap the button, we're going to look at how we can update the progress iteratively. So we're going to animate it to completion. So doing that is pretty simple. So you already saw how you can set the progress here with a set progress call. We're simply going to do it in a for loop from 0 to 100. So 0 up to 100. We're going to say progress view. We want to set the progress, and this is going to basically be the x value, but keep in mind it's a float. So we want to create that as a float. And then we also want to divide it. So this is going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, all the way to 100. So we're going to want to go ahead and get a floating point. So let's divide it by 100. And we'll say animated is true. And just for a demo's sake, we want to animate this, let's say every few, like maybe every half second. So we're going to say async after. And we're going to update it every, let's say, x times 0.25 seconds. So hopefully it's not too slow. We can always adjust that to make it faster. But that's how we're going to go ahead and execute this on the button tap. So let's see, it's complaining because x is an integer, and it's saying cannot convert value of into an expected type of a double. So that's pretty simple. We can just wrap this x as a double like that. Go ahead and hit Command R. And let's see, so we start off empty. If you hit this, we see this bar starts filling in. The nice animation, it's pretty consistent. Animated is true here. And we're just for looping basically with all of these calls, and each one is slightly delayed. So in just a second here, it'll finish up. So this is a pretty basic progress view. It's really good for apps where, of course, you have some task where you can observe the progress. If it's some task where you can't observe the progress, you use a spinner more or less because it's kind of an indefinite task and you don't know how long it's going to take to finish. And on the note of it finishing, there is a property off of a progress view called an observer. And an observer, so you can add an observer, but let's see. So we can add an observer, and the observer, you can actually observe the progress that is currently set. So let me actually, before we dig into that, let's command click into this UI progress view, and you guys can see all the things that are available to you. So there's a progress view style, which we looked at. This represents the current progress if you were to check. You can do the progress tint color, the track tint. We didn't look at images, so we can look at images or a track image, set progress, and there's observed progress. Actually, this is what I was looking for, observed progress. So let's come back here. And if we do observed progress and look at the description here, this is the progress object used to basically update the view. And you can assign it by default, it's nil. But there is a type in Swift called progress. So let's say we have something that is of type progress. And this is an object that conveys ongoing progress for a given task. So let me actually assign it here. And we can create it simply like this, like that. And if we assign this progress to the observed progress, essentially what this lets us do is whatever task we're running, which is kind of taking some time and has some progress associated with it, as we update the progress, the view will update automatically along with it. So if we say progress, let's see, what are we looking for? There's cancel, estimated, file completed. So if you set the progress on here, so things like is finished, is paused, you can pause on progress. If you set the progress value on here, the bar will update by itself. So that's the takeaway I want to call out there. This is pretty useful when you have things like a download task, because when you're downloading something, it actually gives you a progress in the completion handler. So you can pretty much plug and play this with the associated bar. So let's go ahead and let me get rid of this here since it's going to complain because we commented it out. And let's go ahead and change the style for the progress view here to be default. Let's see what that looks like. I believe it looks the same, but maybe I'm mistaken. So this one looks a little different. I think the bar might be just kind of curved a little different, but for the most part, it looks pretty similar to the bar approach. So that's basically it. That's how you can create a progress bar view. It's built into UIKit, very simple. No need to create your custom views or anything. Great to let the user know how much some task is complete because everyone nowadays is super impatient. And if your task is taking long, it's nice to have a visualization of how much more patient we need to be as a user. So that said, if you haven't destroyed the like button already, make sure to do so. It helps out the video and channel quite a bit. If you've got any suggestions, leave them down below in the comments. I read every single comment. I try to reply to every single comment in a timely fashion. Subscribe if you haven't done so already for daily Swift videos. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.